Well, hello there, YouTube. This is Crazy Cool New Yorker coming at you today. It's a beautiful day, and I'm out riding. Just catching a little fresh air. It's been a minute since I've been on the bike. You know, it's kind of getting cool out, so I kind of took a break for a little bit, and making plans to put the bike in storage, prep it, you know, put the fuse stabilize in it. What I usually do is take it to the mechanic, let him look it once over, make sure everything was okay, you know, and then I have him prep it for winter storage, drive it back home, cover it, and I have a jack. So I put it up on the jack to take the weight off the tires, and I push it into the corner, and that's it. That's the end of the riding season for me. My baby is sitting there, and I tell you, it's the hardest thing. You know, when you have a bike, and your bike is sitting in the corner covered, and you can't ride it, it's like a withdrawal. I mean, you're just like, gosh, why can't they make a bike that's good in the snow? And I'm sure bikes are good in the snow. I saw some YouTube channels where there were actually people riding their bikes in the snow. I was like, man, they are die hard. I don't know if I could do that. But more props to the people that do. So like I said, I usually try to make sure she's covered very well. I bought a really good big cover for her, even though she's kept inside. I figured one day I may be traveling, me and the wife, and I'll have to cover the bike because of a downpour or something. So it's always good to invest in a good cover for your bike. It keeps the dust out of it. I don't have to worry about any road that's trying to get on my bike. My garage is sealed pretty well, and the bike is up high. I saw one gentleman, he actually caps, when he stores it, he caps his exhaust pipes. He has this cap that fits over it. I was like, oh, that's new. I've never seen anything like that. But he kept his bike under a storage awning. So his bike was actually outside, and he said this was a good way. He bought a really good cover, and then just to make sure he put these caps over it, and it's nice. I saw actually another gentleman. He got these like really hard, like rubber slip-ons. He said he had custom made for his bike, and what he basically does is he slips it over the tailpipes, and then he just has these Velcro straps that he uses to secure it, and that's another way of keeping any rodents and stuff out from the tailpipes. So I thought that was a good idea. Just passing that knowledge on for anybody who has to keep their bike outside during the winter months when they can't ride it. But like I said, it's tough for me, man. I don't know about everybody else, but not being able to ride is like you go through withdrawal or something. You go by, you touch the bike every day. That was a husband, son, and wife. Now that's pretty cool. But they should be wearing some good protection. I like that they're riding together, but they don't got no protection on. So I think that's great. More power to them. But yeah, I don't know how a lot of riders do it. I mean, I touch my bike, I pull the cover off to take a peek at it, make sure it's still there. Every now and then I may flick the switch just to make sure I get under it and connect it to the battery teeter, which is very important. Because if you don't have your bike connected to a battery teeter, when you come to start it up at the beginning of riding season, you're just going to hear a click, because your bike is constantly drawing power. So I put a battery teeter on it. The pigtail plug is actually down by the foot of my bike. It's kind of over there. I have to show you guys later. where the wing in the front of the bike is. I have it tucked in there. Right now it's connected to my power plug, which gives me power for to charge my devices. But when I'm not charging my devices and I know I'm putting it up for storage, I connect the pigtail right into there, connect it into the wall, and she's good to go. And the good thing about it is where I store my bike, there is an outlet right there, right next to her. So I don't even need an extension cord. I believe the outlet is maybe just 3 feet away. Nice little tunnel. Let's hear the victory sounding. Pretty nice. Of course, I didn't get the full effect of it because I got earplugs in. Isn't that beautiful? See if I can give y'all a shot of that. That's nice. It's a bike. Nice mountain over there. It's actually the Metro North is off to my right. Sometimes my wife and I would take that train down into the city. It's a really peaceful ride too. You know, you don't want no stress. I recommend, if you can, take the Metro North into the city. Or if you're visitors to New York City and you want to see the state a little, just get on the Metro North, the Hudson line, and just let it take you up to the last stop. I don't know how far you would go, maybe to Albany, I'm not sure. But it is a really nice way of seeing New York State. And you're able to relax at the same time. And there are a lot of fun people that ride the Metro North, so you get to see some good sights. So I know we do that every now and then. But yeah, you know, I miss my bike when I can't ride it. I really do. My wife laughs at me like, it's not going nowhere. I'm just like, I'm just checking it, baby. I'm just checking it. You know, when you get something and you really love it, you hate for it to disappear on you. It's like when you remember when you was younger and you would you first got your car and you would park it and you walk a few feet and then you always turned around to make sure it was still there. Or if you was at a friend's house and you could see your car, that's very nice. They're out riding together on a scooter, 2 up. You don't see that too often. So I actually should have went down that way. That probably would have been cool. So what do you guys do when you are not able to ride? Do you prep it? I heard some guys that drain all the fluid out and then put it in storage and stuff like that. That's a little too much work for me. Because whatever you drain out, you got to put back in. So I like just keeping all the fluids in and just washing the bike. Oh, very important. I do wash my bike. I do wash it. I mean, it's, you know, you got all that grime and stuff on it. So the whole bike gets a nice little soaking before I put it up and dry it off. And then I dry it off, and I used to let the bike stay outside for a little bit to let the sun air dry it. And then I'll push it into the garage. So what do you guys do? Do you take all the fluids out? That's the last quick minute stop. That's why you practice it. Do you take all the fluids out? Do you just jack it up? Do you put fuse stabilizer in it? One of my neighbors, I know he, that's a 2-up team on a nice BMW GS 1200. Very nice. Very nice. That's a dual purpose bike there. I like those bikes. But she should have on the pants. I mean, it's nice, but hey, he's protected and she's not. You know, full 100 people, full 100. So, how do you put your bike up into storage? You know, just curious. We all have our own methods. If you live in Arizona or the southern states, I know you're not putting your bike up in storage. You guys are just riding that bad boy all year round. You're the lucky ones. Or maybe, you know, we may get lucky ourselves, because sometimes New York doesn't get hit with such severe weather. You know, we have a mild winter. I remember a couple of times where it was cold, but no snow hit the ground, and people were still riding their motorcycles. You just saw them bundled up. and doing their thing. I'll be one of those fools out there bundled up and doing my thing if there's no snow on the ground. I already bought the thermal long johns and everything. You know, you get everything on sale in the summertime. Winter stuff is always on sale in the summertime, and vice versa. So if there's no snow on the ground and I can ride, and I got my heated grips on, you better believe I will be out there. I'm a blog until I can't blog no more. and ride at the same time. Let's see here, nice maneuver. Could have gave me a little room though. So, you know, just the question posed to the YouTube community out there, motorcycle riders: how do you put your bike up for storage? You know, I'm just curious. One of my neighbors, as I was saying, he has a garage, but he keeps the bike because both his cars take up so much room. He has to keep the bike kind of outside a little, not outside a little, outside, so he covers it, but it's under an awning. And he says he doesn't do anything. He just starts the bike up and lets it run for an hour every day. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he gets a gas can when it gets, right before it gets to a half a tank, he fills it back up, and you know, that's what he does the whole winter. And he said it works for him. He's never had a problem. So if that works, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, if it works for you, it works for you. So, well, if you know, please feel free to comment and share your storage blues with the rest of the YouTube world. This is Crazy Cool New Yorker, and as always, ride what you love and love what you ride. Thank you.